Delarite, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so Delarite report reaching us right now is that the great lion and some of the priests, Ifa priests, performed a ritual that is called Iwe Amole Omo over the jewel, Now that cleansing that had happened, before this ritual was the cleansing that was being done for this ritual, and they said, jealousy just covered everywhere in the palace over this ritual. They said the ritual they performed inside the Great Lion Sacred Room is called Iwe Amole Omo. It is not something the palace does all the time. It is one of the rarest fertility blessings in the entire kingdom, and only a few chosen priests are allowed to even witness it. The great lion himself does not authorize this kind of ritual for just anybody. It is done only for a woman he truly wants to carry his child, and he must be spiritually convinced before it takes place. That was why the moment the priest announced the preparation, tension immediately spread across the palace, even before the wives understood what was going on. Now, if you're somebody who has been following this trend for a very long time like us, remember when the jewel got married to the great lion, you do remember that she didn't just get pregnant easily like that. It took, I think, a year or less than, it took up to 9 months or so before she got pregnant. Because after she got pregnant, womb washers were all over the place. They kept on posting. Today they will say she's pregnant, tomorrow she's not pregnant. They kept on posting like that and like that. And at that time, the great lion was in a desperate space to get a child, right? And it did not happen. Now, 5 months into her marriage, some people say 6 months into her marriage, they performed this very ritual, the one that has just been performed now again, the one they call Iwe Amole Omo. Yes, they performed it again. Report has it that everything happened in a very private and guarded way. Only 4 priests were chosen. There were elders, men who had served the palace for decades, men whose eyes had seen enough things to understand when a king is making a spiritual statement. These were not the noisy palace prophet or the ordinary herbal men. These are the Alagba Merin, the 4 elders who oversee all royal rites. They arrived quickly without, fanfare, and were led deep into the sacred room inside the great lion's private chamber. The sacred room itself was already glowing with warm light from the, oil lamp. Nothing inside the room is for decoration. Every single thing has a meaning. The room smelled of atare, dudu, and special cleansing herb that the priest had prepared earlier. It was calm, very calm, the kind of calmness that makes a person feel as if the entire world had stopped outside the door. Now, why is this ritual necessary? The Iwe Amole Omo ritual is said to be, very necessary at this point in the life of the jewel, because it will help remove spiritual blockages affecting conception. The palace believes that sometimes a woman's fruitfulness can be affected by unseen spiritual forces, bitterness, causes, jealousy, or ancestral issues. Now, Iwo Amole Omo clears those blockages so the womb becomes open and receptive. Number 2, to align the woman with the king's destiny. The ritual is performed only when the great lion recognizes a woman as someone whose future children are tied to his lineage. They say the ritual spiritually positions the woman as chosen and aligned with royal destiny. The third reason why this ritual is necessary is to restore peace between the man and the woman before childbirth. The elders insist that no child should come into a home filled with, emotional wounds. This ritual cleans away past tension and restores harmony before fruitfulness is blessed. It's a whole lot, that this ritual represents. You know that as far as, the royal and the Yoruba culture is concerned, right? The great lion and the jewel are starting all over again. This is like new, and that is why you see her return is going to be very big. I've been saying this thing for a long time. That was how I kept telling you about, the Great Lion's 10th year anniversary, the Wahala that started, when they started preparing it and all of that. I told you guys about the Ofarende and all of that. This one I'm telling you, her return is going to be very big. Her homecoming will be very big, okay? It will be so well celebrated. Now, as long as the Yoruba royal laws are concerned, the Great Lion and the Jewel are just starting all over again. Do you understand? Yes, the Great Lion and the Jewel are starting all over again. They say this ritual is also to protect the womb from palace jealousy and negative energy. When a woman is loved or favored by the king, jealousy can create spiritual attacks. The cleansing act as a shield, like a spiritual covering, so the womb remains protected. Now, they say this ritual also activate ancestral blessings. Royal families believe that fruitfulness is not just biological, but also spiritual. The ritual calls upon the ancestors to bless the couple with healthy children. So right now, in the days ahead, maybe, just maybe, we will be seeing, a new blessing that will make all of us very happy, to the glory of God, because right now it does seem as if the Great Lion is in that place where he wants them to start doing what a man and a wife should do, like having more children, like, giving siblings to, Prince T and all of that. I really think that the Great Lion is in that place where he is ready for that right now, and hence this ritual that is going on. They say the ritual purifies the woman's body, spirit, and emotional space. The herbs, chant, and cleansing water remove every negative influence connected to infertility, stress, or spiritual contamination. Now, it's a whole lot, okay, that this ritual does. I wanted to tell you the meaning of the ritual that they did for the jewel. And they said this is sparking so much jealousy again. Oh, hey. They are right. It is not a smart something. No. They said this is sparking so much jealousy again. Like, are you for real? So the Great Lion is in that place right now where he's ready to carry, more kids, from the woman that he loves. And that is not something that is a welcome development to some of those women. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.